I'm Diamond.
I'm Isha.
And I'm Chastity.
And this is Empowered by the P.
Do you never give props when it's due?
Do you always find something negative to say about someone or anyone?
Are you a hater?
Today's discussion is about women and why we can't just all get along. So let's just jump right into it, ladies. Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. Oh boy. First off, why did they start? Just in case people don't know, why did the beef start?
I don't really tune into like celebrities.
I'm not always sure either.
Yeah, nobody's real sure. I really don't keep up with any celebrity. So from what it looks like,
Because she's a celeb herself.
Yeah.
Because you're only coming up. She's a local celebrity. She has no time.
Well, for the regular people like me, can you tell me what this life is about?
and Chastity went to go check on the kids, y'all. We are all mothers here, so we do have to bring our kids
To work.
in order to make these videos for y'all to tune in.
So if you hear a little noise in the background, it's just the kids.
That's just the kids living their lives. Well, no, because you know how Nicki Minaj was like the only female rapper in the game while Remy was locked up. Dej Loaf, she's not really like...
I forgot about her. I swear to God.
Women empowerment,
I mean, no, I'm not putting her down. She definitely is talented. I just had really forgot. She
I
hasn't made a song in
know.
a while.
I was just trying to like think of female rappers who were actually putting out music.
Yeah.
So to Nicki Minaj, she's like running the game right now. And then all of a sudden, Remy Ma comes that I'm all the way up. She
and she went all the way in
on Nicki Minaj. And so Nicki Minaj is the only one, and she feels like Remy Ma might be a threat. So of course, just like any other artist, they try to do little things to like create a competition that's not even there. Mm-hmm. And her way of making a competition was not really empowering.
Right. She was putting her down.
Yeah, it was more so putting her down.
Afraid of losing her position. That's really what that was.
Exactly, and that can relate to females who are not celebrities like yourselves. Nicki Minaj is afraid of losing the throne that she claims as hers. Remy Ma claims that the throne was originally hers until she got locked up. So she gets out, makes a couple of tracks.
Okay.
Remy Ma
was it hers before she got locked up though? But then Nicki wasn't really out. Was she?
Yes.
Well, I was told that Nicki Minaj didn't get popping until Remy Ma went to jail.
Yeah.
Remy Ma was popping at one point.
But I don't remember a couple songs. But I know.
But all you need is a couple songs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right though.
Because when you think of Nicki Minaj is more of a pop artist.
Yeah.
So of course all her songs is going to be on the radio.
I feel like she
How you feel? Tell us how you feel.
I just thought she wasn't that much of a pop artist. She did that to like appeal to some of her crowd. But
But
that's where
pop artist. It's like one side of your pop artist. Can you what?
Can I get chocolate milk?
There isn't any more chocolate milk.
Here you go. Get some of my water on the table and that.
let's talk about female beef versus men when they beef. So female beef versus male beef. How do females handle their disagreements versus how do men?
Oh, she a hoe. She ain't got no rats though. Her
It's
man
all
all
about
me.
Yeah, it's all
Her
about who
pussy
they
stank.
make. Oh, that's a key one. They always throw that one out there. And then
her pussy rat. She ain't got no booty though.
it's always a competition
Her
with
titties
females.
sagging.
It's always
She
competition.
a single mom.
Always bringing a female down. But you know how some girls, they really get offended by people talking mess about them? I definitely, like somebody can say the nastiest
I
things.
don't anymore.
Yeah.
It never really got to me. I was just like, oh, okay. Like, it didn't mess up my day.
What people thought.
So why?
Well, tell us why you thought that, Diamond.
Tracy's ass is so deep. Like,
You think everybody's ass is like seductive, Diamond?
No, I didn't say seductive.
You said deep like you were
As in-
falling into them.
As in, she really wanted to know. Because I feel like I'm a people pleaser sometimes, and that's why I care. Or I want everyone to like me.
So like the perfectionist part of you don't want anybody to like say anything wrong, even if you know.
No,
it's
not that I didn't say anything wrong. I just wanted everyone to like me.
But then you grew up and you knew that everyone will not like you.
I know. But most of the people that didn't like me never even knew me, and they would be like, "Wow, I actually thought you were a bitch."
Yeah, and most of the time with females, like catty, not all females, catty females, they'll find any reason not to like you just to say they have a beef with somebody or somebody that's cute or maybe has something that they don't have.
Yeah. Like when you show someone a pretty girl, someone always has something to say like, "Oh, but I know this is wrong. Oh, but I know that." Did you know
Her
like,
teeth fucked up. That's what they said about me all the time. But guess
Everybody
what?
has their own issues. Everybody has. We're all human beings here. There's something wrong with everybody. Like you can't just give a compliment
Right.
when it's due.
That's
And
a
subjective
hater.
too. Because what you may think is wrong, somebody else might not.
Yeah, somebody might like I have braces. Not everybody likes braces, but there's some people out there who might like my braces.
Yeah,
oh, she
want
cute,
braces.
but her teeth is messed up. She has braces and whatnot. It don't matter. Like, you have to say, instead of like saying something negative
she's
about
getting her teeth fixed.
Yeah, hey, like that's a positive note. Oh,
Hey, I can't
cute.
wait to see what she's gonna look like
If
without the braces.
if she's this cute now, wait till she get
Hey.
those braces off.
Can you only imagine?
If
Like,
she's this cute with her short locks, wait till they drop to her
You
shoulder.
know? Like, come on.
Look, if she's this cute with glasses, wait till she get that laser eye surgery.
I'm serious though. I think about something all the time.
All the time. So
I'm like, hey, if I'm this cute now, imagine when I lose some more weight.
Right.
You know, we
Imagine
can,
when I
you
get
know,
the
just give compliments when it's due. There's no need to be a hater. When all you have is something negative to say about someone, it's a reflection of how you really feel about yourself, and you're deflecting your pain onto someone else.
that's right. And there's a difference between having an opinion and being a hater. Like, there's different reasons why you might be a hater instead of an opinionated person.
And what are those?
Yep, exactly. Break it down for the peeps.
Let's break it down for the people. Opinions are how you really feel about something. You're not biased, whether you like the person or not, or you had a past experience. It's like, say Beyonce, since she's such a
Hot commodity.
such a talented person to almost everyone, but we do have some people who just are
I know a lot.
disgusted by
So, for
Beyonce.
example, let's all give an opinion on Beyonce. I think she's very talented. I don't really care for her fashion sense. I don't praise her like everyone else, but she's very talented.
I
Can't deny that.
actually like her fashion sense. Some outfits, some of her
I'm saying
hairstyles.
some, but for me personally, I would prefer Rihanna's fashion sense. Like,
But you dress like more so Rihanna.
Okay.
I'm more so like, I wear like high waist trousers like Beyonce,
Okay.
with like
There
a
you go.
button down top.
So there's opinion, guys.
there's an opinion. Hating would be having nothing positive to say.
She don't even write
She
her
can't
own
sing,
music.
She don't perform well.
I heard her rough
I
sing.
heard, yeah, she's Illuminati. She's everything wrong.
If you can find so many things wrong with a person that you don't even know, you're a hater. We
Or
want-
if you can't even just recognize talent. I mean,
Yeah.
she has talent. You
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
like. She said she don't like her fashion sense. I mean, I love
I don't
Beyonce.
hate it, but
I am a
She's
praise
not
her.
somebody I search on Google like when I'm trying to feel
Mhm.
inspired.
Yeah, no. I just, you know, people post her enough. I don't have to even like, I don't even want to get, I'm not a beehive person.
Yeah.
Like, who do I like besides Beyonce?
And see, the thing is, for example, though, Rihanna, I like her fashion sense, but her music doesn't do it as much.
Yeah, I
for
don't
me.
think she's as talented.
Yeah, I
as
think
Beyonce, but
Rihanna is more so relatable to a younger
like,
crowd.
yeah.
Beyonce, she doesn't give us anything
She's
to
a
relate to
queen,
because she doesn't
kind of.
talk
I was
about
gonna say
her life.
that's why I like her better though.
She's
Because
more-
I don't like
Yeah.
all
You're something to look up to.
the yeah.
Yeah, even if something is wrong with Beyonce,
That's
we'll
one
never
thing I
know.
will say about her is she carries herself very respectfully. And sometimes Rihanna could, I think, personally, as a woman, if you're in the public eye, you have so many girls looking up to you. Maybe sometimes you're gonna show your whole titty. So, you know what I'm saying? But
at the
It's
same
like
time,
it's not even that for me.
Well,
It's only like if she's in some beef or if she's doing things like that. That's the only
Beyonce doesn't
thing.
even respond to me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I wouldn't even respond.
but no one would
period.
even really ever have beef with her though either.
But you know,
I
Kanye,
never.
he's done.
What did he say?
He said something about him not coming to the Grammys if he didn't win Best Album of the Year or something against Beyonce. I don't know. Like people will find people are petty. So but who knows who that was for? Because Beyonce doesn't tell us anything. Beyonce just
Again, she's a queen.
Right. She's a queen and she
don't
makes you
have
guys.
time for that.
Exactly. She really don't. She has twins on the way, Blue and her man.
And money.
And money. So I really would not. I don't understand why Nicki is even entertaining Remy Ma. Like either way, you still have your Barb fans.
Let that girl live, let her shine. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? As Nikki, let Remy Ma shine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Remy
But
Ma
I
was
feel
not
like-
checking for her. I didn't feel like she was coming at her. I think Remy Ma respected Nicki Minaj as wow. Okay, she's this female rapper who actually made it. And Nicki Minaj, when she sees somebody else coming up, or like it can only be her. Like
Just like
if
Lil'
you that
Kim. I feel like
talented, it's okay.
She disrespected Lil' Kim.
I have a question though, real quick. Do you think that sometimes celebrities do that? Maybe she did that to
For
help her
publicity.
out. Yeah, to maybe she even
It was
get
too
that.
personal though for me. It was way too personal. She mentioned her brother being a pedophile.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Remy. I'm saying if Nicki decided to start the beef so that Remy could come back with that fire and put her in a higher.
I don't think she's trying to help her. If anything, if anything, she's trying to help herself, really.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj probably thought that she was going to scare Remy Ma off the charts or something. And so what we want to do in this episode, we want to turn a negative situation and turn it into a positive dealing with two separate females, Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. Let's think of ways that they could have handled this in a better way to end up still making more money and coming together as females.
I mean, because honestly, men already bring us down enough. We don't need any more of that. We need to build each other up. I mean, we can all get money, right? We can all be better people.
You make more money.
And be supportive. She is into the same thing that you're in. Rapping, that's your passion. You should be respecting someone else who has the same passion as you, you know, versus putting them down.
And they both have talent. Whether you don't listen to one or the other, they all have talent.
I always feel like if someone has something to say about me, I usually don't retaliate, especially when I was younger. I never did. People used to talk about me all the time and not even know me. And I would get so upset. And as I've gotten older, I realize it's because it's people who have their own issues. Like, they don't even know me and they're talking crap. It's like, why would someone do such a thing to such an innocent, amazing human being that I am? That's when I realized that it was something within that someone was going through. And think about that sometimes with yourself. If you catch yourself talking about people all the time or focusing on other people's issues and never really digging deep within yourself, or even feeling like you're always going to be around other people or can never spend time by yourself, maybe it's because you don't like yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like the older I got, the more I like to be by myself. I like to get to know who I am. I'm not even who I'm supposed to be yet. But if I'm around somebody 24/7, my mind I just feel like I'm about to explode because I just don't have time to regroup my own mind. I don't have time to just be alone and do things that I want to do by myself. Like even just sleeping. Yep. Not even sleeping, just laying down in my bed, staring at four walls.
And that's why we all need to take time for ourselves. Even if you're in a relationship or whatever, what have you, take time alone. You should feel comfortable with yourself. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable with yourself, how do you feel comfortable around someone else? So you should be okay with being alone because you are, your own person. Really get to know yourself. What do you like? What do you dislike? What are some goals and some passions that you have? And really find a way to accomplish those things instead of spending so much time focusing on other people and what's wrong with them. And sometimes if I ever catch myself feeling like I'm too caught up in the world or not really dealing with my own things or not where I want to be in life, then I just take maybe a couple days and I self-reflect. And usually how I do that is I just disconnect from the world for a little bit. I'll either delete the apps off my phone or social media, or sometimes I don't even use my phone and just read or write, mainly writing. Everyone has different ways of dealing with emotions or expressing themselves, but for me, I really like to self-reflect because self-reflection is a great way of growth. So I like to write and get those feelings out and stop focusing so much on the world, because social media can really just be a very toxic thing. I mean, you're looking at other people's lives, you don't even know what's going on, and you're just like, oh my God, I wish I was like that girl. Oh my God, I hate that girl. You know, oh my God, I wish I was a local celeb like Isha. Oh my God, her weave don't even look good. You know what I'm saying?
All dry and whatnot.
What about you? Do you need a washing?
Yeah. What about your hair?
Is that so?
What about your treatments that you need to get? Let's and instead of being negative towards other people, try to more so put it back on yourself. Before you talk about somebody's hair, look at your own hair. Look at the back of that neck back there. I want you to look right back here before you talk about anyone else's hair.
But we all honestly, we have to be honest with ourselves. I will be. I know I've caught myself sometimes, and I've been on social media, and I'm just like, she shouldn't have wore that.
But that's an opinion.
Yeah,
that's not really hating.
But what I'm saying is, you don't have to have an opinion on everything. Or if you find yourself doing too much, like spending all of your free time, as soon as you wake up, you're on social media. I just think that people need to just fall back a little bit. I just think social media is too much.
I make my money on social media, so I can't help
it. But I'm saying there's you're promoting yourself.
But I really don't look at other people's lives on Instagram. So I kind of like post and look at my own life over and over.
That's what I'm saying, versus staring at other people's pages and complaining about how they're not doing anything. You're doing that's part of your business. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm saying people.
Well, I have a question though.
Positivity.
Because I honestly feel like I don't do that when it comes to seeing people, even though y'all say, it's an opinion. When I see people, I don't even look at them and say, I don't like what she has on. I don't like the hair, or even though it's an opinion, right?
Yeah.
But that never comes across.
So like if I posted an outfit and hashtag looks and labels and it wasn't cute,
I wouldn't even focus on it not being cute. That thought never comes across my mind. That's why I'm really intrigued right now.
I'm telling you, maybe because I've been around so many negative females, I know exactly how they operate. Like I used to they'll like hit me up, or we'll go out for drinks or something. First thing, oh girl, have you seen what such and such posted? Oh, girl,
No, I know.
I think she's talking about such and such. And it was never like how to make more money. How can we do this? That's why I kind of cut a lot of people off. Like, if you're not benefiting me, all you're doing is gossiping. There's no need for me to hang around you at all.
Oh, and that leads me to, you are the people you surround yourself with.
Chastity.
All the people you surround.
She doesn't sing, you
Yeah, I
guys.
don't sing.
But she showed the box. Oh, she definitely does.
She always wanted to be Britney Spears growing up.
See, I wasn't hating because I wanted to be here. But seriously though, we are the people we hang around with, and people's energy really does wear off on you. So if you're around people who are just talking crap all day, next thing you know, you're gonna start talking crap all day. If you're around people who are bums, you're gonna be bums. You wanna hang. That's why a lot of successful people, they actually hang with people who are more successful than them, because it motivates you. Nothing's wrong with not having people who aren't successful. Like, we're not celebrities, and she is, and she still hangs with us.
Oh my God! You know, sometimes you can't keep around those people who aren't as successful. So it can motivate you to continue. You can still keep friends that aren't as successful as you around, just to, you know, kind of still motivate them. You don't want to just cut off everybody that's not doing everything that
and there's one thing if you're not as successful, but you're trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying says a lot. Because some people are just content. They're complacent in their life. They don't care about getting out of their city at all. Trust me.
No, we don't want to be. I know I don't want to be here.
I can't be stuck here another 2 years.
See, and that's another thing though. I honestly wouldn't ever even care where I lived, as long as I can travel and everything. But I wouldn't care where I live.
Yeah, I'm never home, so I definitely don't care where I live at.
I care where I live.
So many times I've slept in my car. I pull into my driveway and don't even get out. You don't have to cut off every friend that's not as positive as you are. You can kind of more so transfer your own energy onto them. And
I have some friends who aren't as positive as me, and that's fine. Or some days I'm not as positive, and I don't want someone to go, "Oh my God, I can't talk down," because I mean, But
at the same token, if they're not trying to be more positive, then that's a sign for you to move on to the next friend. You don't need to sit here and try to. You can't force someone to be positive.
Or you might
their energy
just deal
can
with
transfer
it.
to you.
If you, it's almost like how she said at once upon a time that when people said things about her, she would get upset, right? It would hurt her. But then she has grown to know that that doesn't even affect her anymore, right? It could be the same way when you're hanging out with people. I don't hang out with a lot of people that is positive as I am. Or I know a lot of people who will say, "Oh, what she got on?" Or they care about other things that I really do not think about. But at the same token, if you are comfortable again within yourself, that won't affect you.
Yeah, that's what I think that's a lot of. Like, if you're insecure, you tend to find things to say that are negative about other people.
So even if that person is saying bad things about that girl, I'm not gonna say it anyway, because I already know within myself that I will look at that girl and I'll figure out my own opinion. So sometimes I guess even if you do hang around a person who is not on the same level as you, as long as you know your level, it'll be okay. I mean, because you don't have to cut off everybody.
Know yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
If we were only able to touch one girl's soul today, we hope that you were able to take away from this that look within yourself before looking at someone else. Spend more time alone. Get to know yourself better. Find your passion and goals and really go for it.
The time you spend making up negative comments about someone else, you could be building for your future, starting a new business, finding things, getting to know yourself. So what do we do to get to know ourselves, and what do we do while we're spending time alone?
No, and on the flip side, I want to ask you guys as well, because I've always been the type of person that didn't need to hang out with a lot of people, right? So I've always been by myself. So now I want to be able to.
She burped in my face.
I was wondering why you were saying
I had to grab her knee because it was so strong. And
I was wondering why.
God damn it, I had to grip that knee.
Really speaking to the soul.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, on the flip side, I just wanted to say that I've always spent time alone, right? And so I've always just been more, I don't need girlfriends type thing, because if I didn't like their company.
Well, when we say time alone, I don't think just mean girlfriends. I mean like relationships. Like, okay, so you were just in a relationship,
just
right? And y'all live together. So did you feel like you didn't have that much time alone because you're like always with someone?
Oh no, not at all. Because even though we lived together, we were separate all the time. Remember, you would come over all the time. We worked different schedules. Yeah, what I'm saying is, you know how you said spend time alone, right? Figure yourself out, and then that will allow you to maybe be more in a positive light, right? What I'm saying is, I've always kind of been alone. Like, I'm not the type of, you know how y'all go out, hang out with each other, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all have like, I don't ever do that. I'm always at the house. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go,
so I'm
always by myself.
Okay, you're always by yourself.
Yeah. So,
that's probably why you're more so positive and you're more in tune with yourself.
People usually aren't alone because most of the time it's within a relationship. Like they have to always be with their boyfriend or something.
Yeah, when it comes to that,
even more than with a girlfriend.
Yeah, when it comes to that, if you always find I feel like until you're like engaged, I feel there's gonna need to always be up under a guy or female in your relationship. Just because you become too attached, you kind of like sway away from who you are yourself. You kind of become who they want you to be. In the same, you forget. You're so in love. You forget who you are, kind of, because you're trying to be perfect for them, not really perfect for you.
This is I can say from.
Oh, I know, because my last boyfriend, I know we're not going to say his name, but he always wanted to be like, he's a perfectionist. He's always like, well, you shouldn't eat that, and you shouldn't wear makeup. I found myself not wearing makeup. Yeah. And now I'm like, no, I like makeup. I like wigs. I like weave. I'm when he met me, I wore wigs. I wore weave.
And that's why they say, and I mean, it's honestly true. Like, I know from experience, that's why you really shouldn't be in a relationship until you know yourself.
Yeah, that's how I figured out I need to be single until I'm completely, I need to, not even just knowing yourself, becoming like secure with your life as a whole, like building my credit.
Sometimes you can mess up with that too.
And I would say there's nothing wrong with building yourself more when you're in a relationship too, because you want to be with someone who is going to be compatible and positive and uplifting, but you still need to know yourself in the sense where like what your goals are.
Yeah, just in case it doesn't work out, you still know who you are. You still know your plans before you even got with this person. So I still think that people. More so, females forget who they are when they get into a relationship. They start becoming whoever the guy wants them to be. Oh, well, you shouldn't do this. They stop doing that. That's how.
Let's talk about why we're single ladies.
Why
because I feel like that can also tie into being more confident with yourself, knowing why you're single and being okay with being single until you're ready to be committed into a relationship. So, Diamond, starting with you, why are you single?
For many reasons.
Give us the one that has more so to do with you and not the relationship.
No, well, definitely. I don't think I was in the best place in my life, and not completely secure within myself. Okay. So I was dealing with things that I don't think should have been accepted, or not truly focused on myself anymore. I was more concerned with the relationship than myself, and pleasing someone else than taking care of myself.
Okay, so for your next relationship, what did you learn from the last one that you'll kind of add into your next relationship whenever that is, whenever you're ready for it?
Which is to definitely be whole within myself first.
Exactly. I need to have key points.
Yeah, it truly is though, because like I don't really know where I'm going with it, but yeah, it's true.
It's okay, girl.
No, it's not sensitive. I was just trying to figure out a sentence.
That rubber band always comes to.
I was trying to put it in a sentence, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to say with it.
Okay, I have a question then. Oh,
okay,
thank you. I have a question. Okay, so for someone like me, I've always felt like I know myself, like, and I've been secure in myself. However, even in my relationship, I actually did still change things, and it wasn't even because I was not secure in myself or anything. I just did it kind of as a compromise. So
it's okay to compromise, but when you start to become someone that you don't recognize, that's when it becomes like, oh, you need to tone it down or maybe fall back from that relationship.
When I say I don't know myself, I feel like I didn't know myself as in when I started putting up with things that I felt like I wouldn't like. You know, when you first start talking to someone, they do something, you're like, no, done.
Yeah.
But as when you're in love with someone, then you start accepting stuff and accepting something. That's when I felt like I was losing myself. Like, no, why am I putting up with this? I deserve better type of thing. Or back and forth like that.
So what is the difference then between compromising and falling short? Is it just like you said when?
Well, what are they changing for you? If she stops wearing makeup for her boyfriend, what is he doing to benefit her? Like, he needs to compromise. A compromise is like
meeting in the middle.
Yeah, it needs to be on a scale. Both of y'all need to do something to make both each other feel, you know, more secure in a relationship. And I'm typically single because I'm just not ready to be anybody's girlfriend right now. I don't have the time to spend. I feel like I would rather build on my career than, you know, I make way more money when I'm single.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm way more focused when I'm single.
Way more
I feel
focused.
like a lot of people say that, but I mean, it really is true.
No, it's definitely
when
true.
you finally fall for someone, it's like you lose a little bit of control because you're so concerned about that person and worried about what they're doing and all this, and you're not.
You
so
always
much
want to be,
focused.
especially in the beginning, you always want to be around them.
That is with the wrong person too, because if you meet a good person for you still gonna be grinding.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I guess I haven't met that one.
Yeah.
I personally know that I prayed about it to God to be single for a while, just so I can truly focus on myself. And when the right man comes along, I am ready for that, you know. And
I feel like if you know how like in the movies, the black, you know, empowering movies about black women all being successful and they all have their boyfriends. I'm sure they weren't in these long-term relationships while they were building their career. They wasn't up under, you know, cuddling and stuff. They were actually on their grind getting this stuff. So I feel like by the time I'm 30, not saying I'm gonna be single till I'm 30, but I feel like by the time I'm 30, I should be where I want to be in my life. I don't want to. If I'm in a relationship, it's gonna set me back another 5 years because I'm spending half of my time on my career and half of my time worrying about some guy that's probably not gonna be my husband one day.
I really appreciate though so much that I have learned from relationships and learned about myself and what I want and about another person.
Yeah, you definitely learn more about yourself when you go through a relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
I think when I go through relationships, I mean, before my last relationship, I was single for some time, but I had a little fluke of what I thought was going to be a relationship. But I was single for about 3.5 years, and I honestly felt like I learned more about myself through this relationship than my single self.
Well, then, yeah, because you do have someone there to kind of like bring more of you out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just single, you kind of like, and you said you don't hang around a lot of females, so you don't have that type of setting where you can really like get different opinions and backgrounds mixed in with yours.
I've talked to females, but I just don't hang out with a lot. I have my set little thing. They don't live around me though.
That's why,
what you're saying, because when I was single, I felt like I learned so much more about myself, and that's because I was so focused on myself. Then when I got in a relationship, I was so worried about that, and that was the only thing that was important versus, not that I wasn't important, but I was more focused on that.
You just focused
trying to make that work. And then,
So I felt like kind of all that I had worked on while I was single kind of went out of the window in a sense, because I was just so concerned about that some of my priorities weren't.
And what are we on now that you're single? You're on your health kick. You got your locks growing. You know that skin is clear. You got your YouTube that popping. We're empowering women.
It is true.
Would you have time for this if y'all had men?
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I do know what you're saying.
Like, could we pop up over
because
here?
we're not trying to take away the fact that people in relationships are still successful and so that. We're not trying to say that. So don't.
But you get to your success
with the
now I'm ready to know
right
if she was in a relationship. I don't know if we would be.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, because I wasn't with the right person. I don't think that we would. I mean,
I won't make it to the
okay, if I wanted to sell sand on the beach, clearly that's something that's already on the beach. But if you're my man, I feel like you should support whatever it is that's motivating me and inspiring me.
Yeah,
if they always have something bad to say about whatever you're doing, or nah man, maybe you should why don't you go back to school and do this, maybe that's not what I want to do. And if you're not gonna stick by my side and motivate me, empower me to do what I want to do, and if that doesn't work out, let me find out. But don't try to like belittle me while I'm trying to do anything. That's what I'm trying to get from the relationship side. I haven't met, maybe it's the area I'm in, I haven't met men who really go hard for their women in this area.
And then it just takes it back to, honestly, God. Maybe God, you're in such a good place in your life, I feel like, where you're focused on yourself and maybe getting to where you want to be, which is really a real celebrity. So maybe it's not time for you to have a man, so you don't have nothing, to distract you. Honestly, like, I really think God's timing is very powerful.
Very much so.
Or whoever you
or whoever you pray to,
the universe.
Or if you don't believe in anything, maybe
if you believe in time itself.
Where's my drink? In the bag?
Yeah, look in the bag. If not, all we got is water, baby. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode and learned more so on how to build self-confidence and get to know yourself a little bit more before involving yourself in any type of drama, negativity, or even relationships. You can catch our next episode every Sunday at 6 p.m.
Eastern time.